The following video is brought to you by Dead Rising 3 exclusively on Xbox One.
Rated M for mature.
What's up everybody, Toadbeats Guy here. We are doing Facebook Friday, and if you are a new subscriber, you haven't been around, what it is I take your questions on Facebook on Friday, and I figured why not bring this series back, because I've been asked a lot on Facebook to bring this series back, so let's do it. If you're not following me on Facebook, make sure you go to facebook.com/ToadbeatsGuy, hit that like button, and that is how you can get involved every Friday. This first question is a good question. Is WWE 2K14 worth $60? Well, let me put it this way. If you are a hardcore WWE games fan, if you play WWE 13, WWE 12, SmackDown vs. Raw, all the way to Here Comes the Pain, even back to No Mercy, all the way back to the great NES wrestling video games, then I say this would definitely be worth your $60. But if you're a casual game player, I wouldn't run out and buy it. And it's for the simple fact that the single player mode is not that great. When I talk about single player mode, I talk about 30 years of Wrestlemania. With that mode, you go through every Wrestlemania and you unlock wrestlers as you go along. During the Wrestlemania, you recreate the moments. And it's kind of lackluster. It's like the Attitude Era mode. You play, you hit the Y button, something happens, you sit and watch it, and then you play again. It's kind of boring, and I've actually experienced a lot of those WrestleMania moments live and via tape. So to me, that mode just isn't that great. Then you get the Undertaker streak mode, which I think is one of the greatest modes in the game. You can defeat the streak or you can defend the streak, and it's a lot of fun. It actually adds a challenge to the game, and I think it's great. Community creations are back in full swing, where you can download guys created by the community, which is always awesome. There's lots of great community creations out there. And online mode is what it is. It's playing against people online, and I think it's fun. They've increased the pin bar. Sure, there's a little glitches here and there, but that's what's expected with this kind of game. Single player, you can just play with your buddies and have fun just making matches and recreating moments. It's up to you if you decide to buy this game, but if you're a hardcore WWE games fan, you watch the programming every week, you love it, I'd suggest getting it. Number one, the roster is awesome, and you're going to have a lot of fun just playing with your friends. Sometimes I get weird questions like this one. Where do babies come from? And this was actually ranked. I went through the thing and said by top comments, and that's how I picked these ones. So this one was up there at the top. It was number 2. So babies come from Vince McMahon. Okay. Do you think the Shield should go up against the Wyatts? Well, they kind of had that show off on Raw. I think it was 2 weeks ago by the time this goes up. But yeah, that was amazing. I loved it. I thought they were going to go at it. The fans loved it. They wanted it. WWE knows they want it, and they're saving it for a spectacular moment. I don't know if they're going to wait till WrestleMania to do the match, but honestly, I think it would be amazing. Even, you know what? Here's what you do. You tease it in the Rumble again, right? You have them all be in the Rumble at the same time. Oh, and the fans love it. They go crazy, setting up for a match at WrestleMania. Honestly, I thought we were going to see the 7-on-7 tag match at Survivor Series with the Wyatts and the Shield on the same team, but that's not going to happen, so we're at where we're at now. Honestly, I think that match is money. I think they're going to wait, though, because it is a money match. I would pay for that at WrestleMania. Which WWE games is the best? It's really hard to pick a best. I'd have to say the top 3, in my opinion, probably has to be this current game, No Mercy, and SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. Those 3 were so iconic. They're so fun to just pick up and play. And I think even this year's game is one of those games that's just fun to pick up and play. There's a large roster. You have fun guys like Hulk Hogan. You have Razor Ramon, Diesel, Kevin Nash. King Kong Bundy is even fun to play as. There's a lot of guys in the game that are really fun to play as, and we'll get to that in a little bit more in the video. But I do say that those 3 games are the best. You got SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, No Mercy, and then WWE 2K14. Alright, so we actually have two questions about Xavier Woods, but the question is, what do you think of him on Raw, and do you prefer Xavier Woods or Consequences Creed character? Now, if you're not familiar, Consequences Creed was in TNA, and he actually teamed up with R-Truth in TNA as Truth or Consequences. I actually like Consequences Creed, but I will be honest with you, I haven't seen too much of Xavier Woods. I didn't really follow NXT, and I've just recently got into watching NXT, and if you haven't watched it, it's pretty amazing. But I haven't seen any of his stuff on NXT, so I can't give you a real opinion. It is kind of a setting that team him with R-Truth because, like I said, we saw that in TNA, but I guess it's kind of what WWE wants to go for, and maybe R-Truth and him get along. I don't know where they're going with this, but we'll have to wait and see. It's kind of upsetting, but not. I don't know. WWE is just trying to get Raw to be its top show by giving away free stuff. Like, they're even with SmackDown, Rey Mysterio's on it, and it's like, huh? Like, you couldn't wait till the pay-per-view to have him wrestle? I don't know. WWE's trying to get it to be their top programming because apparently they want to shop around for networks. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what the dirt sheets say. So they're going to put their big matches on Raw, which is fine, but I'm all for waiting for stuff for pay-per-view, and we'll see what Xavier Woods does. But it's cool. I always like to see fresh talent, and coming up from NXT, we'll see if WWE does something good with him. I already talked a lot about the game, but what is your favorite WWE 2K14 feature? I'm going to have to say I really do love the addition of superstar heads. I just wish there were more of them in the game. I feel like it's a great idea. You can make so many attires. I made corporate Undertaker. I've seen people make John Cena in the Shield. There's so much fun stuff you can do with superstar heads. I think it's an awesome, awesome addition. Just wish there was more. What is your favorite match of all time? A lot of people say that they really do like the Wrestlemania Iron Man match, which I thought was awesome. Michaels and Bret Hart was great, amazing. But there's a lot of matches that they're still good today. Like, there's been really, really good matches even in today's product. Any time you get the Shield in the ring, that's really, really exciting. And I don't want to cut those short. But as far as like some of my favorite matches, I'm just going to name a few. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. When you had Shawn Michaels versus Mankind at Mind Games, that was freaking amazing. Mick Foley versus Randy Orton at Backlash, I think it was. That was a freaking amazing match. Even John Cena versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank. That was some of the greatest storytelling in modern television. There's so many great matches that it's hard to say, but anytime we get good wrestling in there, I love it. I love it. Which next generation gaming console are you going to get? That is a very, very good question because I go back and forth in my mind every day. Which one do I want to get? I know I didn't want to get them at release date because they're always cost way more than I want to get. But I just might end up breaking down and buying one. I've been looking at it. I've been deciding. There's not too many exclusive games that are really worth getting right now. I know the Xbox One just dropped. You have Dead Rising 3 and Rise of Rome. So those look amazing. But I haven't decided. I think that in the end, I'll probably end up getting both of them. But right now, I might go with PS4, just depending on the price. I don't know. We'll see when the holidays come around. Maybe I'll just break down and buy one of those games, consoles, whatever I'm trying to say. But as of now, I just couldn't decide. Let me know in the comment section. You guys fill me in. Let me know. What would you suggest I get for a gaming console? I really want to know because I can't decide. So let me know in the comment section. That will be our question of the day. This is a good one. Who is your favorite wrestler in WWE 2K14? Like the one you have to play each time. This is going to shock you. Maybe not. But I really love playing as Hogan. He's got one of the best comebacks in the game. Hits the big boot and the leg drop. And it's over, brother. Seriously, Hogan's so much fun to play as. All right. What are your thoughts on Super Cena? I probably joke about this more than I should, but I don't think John Cena is actually Super Cena. Yes, there are moments where he overcomes incredible odds and ends up winning championships. But honestly, I will have to say, John Cena, he's good, okay? He wouldn't be the face of the company if he wasn't good. I know Best for Business, Randy Orton's face of the company right now, apparently, according to Triple H. But really, John Cena is the face of the WWE. Whether you want to believe it or not, when he's gone, the product does suffer. It's always fun to see him, even if you don't like it, because then you can boo him, and it's awesome. Honestly, the idea of Super Cena winning every match, overcoming all the odds, and holding the championship for an entire year is kind of boring, but having him around on television does make things really, really interesting, whether you like it or not. And our final question of the day is, how is life right now, Tony? Wow. Nobody ever really asks me how my life is. It's good. I mean, things could be better. Stuff's going up and down. My mind's constantly wandering. I always got stuff in my head. Everybody's got problems, but I don't need a pity party. Life's good. What can I say? I'm living, I'm breathing, I'm happy. Get to make a living doing what I love to do, making YouTube videos. It's all good. Anyway, guys, hit that like button if you did enjoy this. Let me know your comments in the comment section below to any of the questions that were answered. And as always, Tony Pizza Guy, frag out.